Week 1 of the NFL season is here finally. After the entire offseason, I think the 2024 NFL season might be the most competitive that we've seen in a very long time. Already had 2 games at the point of this recording. The NFL kickoff, Chiefs versus Ravens, as Kansas City looks to become the first team to three-peat in NFL history. That was a great kickoff game against the Ravens. Came right down to the wire. Lamar Jackson had the ball last, missed the throw on second and goal, and then on third and goal looked like he had the tying touchdown to Isaiah Likely, but his foot was literally a centimeter out of bounds, and the Chiefs were able to get their first win of the season in week 1 at home. And then on Friday we had the first NFL game in Brazil, and the Eagles and Packers. That was a great offensive game, hoping that Jordan Love is okay and that we'll see him return soon. But that was a great game, and now we got Sunday lined up and then Monday Night Football as well. This is, I think, a really close AFC. Lots of great teams. You have the Chiefs and Ravens. You have the Texans, who I think are poised for a really strong season with C.J. Stroud heading into his second year. Stephon Diggs signed a 1-year deal with Houston, the big signing for the Texans this offseason to get that huge wide receiver number 1 for this team. Bengals, with Joe Burrow back, that's going to be a good team to look at. You know what the Bills can do. Dolphins, Chargers this year with Jim Harbaugh becoming the head coach, I think is going to really help out that team. So a lot of great teams in the AFC, NFC side as well. Talk about Green Bay. It's all up to Jordan Love, and if he's okay. Lions are a great team. We know the 49ers would be one of the favorites. Cowboys, we know they're always in the mix. I think Falcons with Kirk Cousins, you might see them sneak in. I think Seattle too has a shot. They have a new head coach. A lot of teams out there that can do things this year in the NFL. So really excited about the year. But you have to say that the Chiefs are looking like, once again, you have to pick them as the favorites at this point. They had Xavier Worthy, the wide receiver from Texas. Their team is looking great. Marquise Brown. They still have Rashee Rice for now. Their defense is pretty good. So, the Chiefs are a complete team, and they will be the toughest threat right now in the NFL as a whole. But it's time for my week 1 predictions, and we're going to start with the Sunday Night Football game, Lions versus Rams. This is a great rematch of the wild card round last year. Rams and Lions, or Matt Stafford returned home to Ford Field, and the Lions are able to win their first playoff game in so many years. And we got that rematch going on Sunday Night Football in Detroit. I think Detroit is able to win this easily. They're one of my favorites in the NFC. I think the Rams started out a little bit slow, but I do like Detroit and their offense to get things going early in this one on Sunday Night Football. The next one is the Texans and the Colts. This is an underrated good game of the week, a game that everyone really needs to keep their eyes out on. Texans going to Lucas Oil, taking on the Colts in Indy, and Anthony Richardson returns for the Colts, and he was looking really good early on and had some good stretches last year. If he can stay healthy and play this entire game, this is going to be a very good game between the Texans and Colts. Week 1 on the road, it's going to be a tough game for the Texans, divisional opponent. Colts always play the Texans well, so it's going to be a very close game. And ideally you'd take the Texans on paper, but this matchup always plays out differently. The Texans should be favored in this. I do think they come out by 2, but I would not be surprised if the Colts win, just because it's week 1 and they're playing at home. But I do think the Texans are able to hold on here. They do enough, and they're able to hold on defensively at the end. A much improved Houston team that is looking for a huge run this year. Next up is the Cowboys and the Browns. This is actually the debut of Tom Brady in broadcasting, 325 on Fox. In Cleveland, I'm going with the Cowboys to win by 3. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. Dak Prescott had one of the best seasons of his career statistically wise last year, trying to build on that and hopefully make some playoff performances this year. Cowboys generally play good in the regular season. That's not a worry. Don't think the Browns are as good offensively. Deshaun Watson has fallen off a lot. No Nick Chubb as well in this. I think Cowboys' new defensive coordinator, I think they're able to make some plays and take this one in Cleveland to win. I think that's going to be a good game as well. So here are the rest of the games for week 1. Saints take it over the Panthers. Giants beat the Vikings. No J.J. McCarthy. Very unfortunate that he's out for the rest of the year. Tampa Bay Bucks or Baker Mayfield, they are able to beat Jaden Daniels, starting his first game for the Commanders. Bengals take care of the Patriots. Falcons with Kirk Cousins get things underway against the Steelers. The Bills are able to win a high scoring against the Cardinals. Chargers win their first game under Jim Harbaugh. The Seahawks able to take it over Bo Nix and the Broncos. Bears with Caleb Williams, number 1 overall pick, they win their first game against Tennessee. Dolphins beat the Jags and the 49ers on Monday Night Football against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. They take care of business there. And now here are the playoff teams for me in the AFC. I think the Chiefs are the number 1 seed, Ravens 2, Texans are the 3 seed for me, Bills go to 4, and then the wildcard teams, Bengals, can get ahead of the Ravens, Dolphins, and then I think the Chargers sneak in with Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh. But I do think the AFC Championship ends up being the Chiefs against the Texans in Arrowhead Stadium, which I think can be very close. If there's one AFC team that I think can beat the Chiefs, it would be the Texans. So we'll see what will happen in that aspect. Now for the NFC, 49ers 1 as usual, Lions at 2, Eagles win the NFC East, Tampa Bay at 4 for the NFC South. Cowboys get a wild card spot. I think the Packers, we'll see what happens with Jordan Love, but I do think they get in as a wild card, and the Rams close it out as a 7. And I do think the NFC Championship is going to be a rematch of last year, 49ers versus Lions as well. But now here is my Super Bowl pick for Super Bowl 59 this year. And I think it's the Chiefs in the AFC versus the Lions in the NFC in New Orleans, Super Bowl 59. I think the Chiefs are able to become the first team to win 3 straight Super Bowls. So those are my playoff predictions as well to start the season. So that is all for my week 1 predictions for Sunday and Monday. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, comment what your week 1 prediction is, between the Texans and Colts. And I'll see you in the next one, trying to come out with more NFL content. Stay tuned for University of Houston football, as well as the Astros as the playoff season begins to get underway. So thank you guys for watching again. See you next time.